Cheating or polygamy, which one works better? Okay, on one hand, a guy has one wife, as practiced in the Western world, but he has 3 to 4 girlfriends. On the other hand, you have a gentleman that has 3 to 4 wives, but is faithful to the three of them.
I keep telling you men are polygamous, but I've come to realize majority of you are confusing polygamous men with cheating men. Let me tell you, there is a very big difference between the two. A polygamous man is one who stands up, full of intention and says, I need a second wife, I need a third wife. He goes ahead, marries that wife, he brings structure into the marriage and accountability, and he says, I have so and so as my wife, and then everyone in that marriage knows I am not the only wife, I have my co-wife, so and so. And what majority of you are dealing with is not polygamy, it is serial cheating. A man who changes women like clothes, a man who lies, gaslights, betrays, hides, and then he at the end of the day makes you believe that that is what polygamy is all about.
From there, cheating or polygamy, which one works better? Okay, on one hand, a guy has one wife, as practiced in the Western world, but he has 3 to 4 girlfriends. On the other hand, you have a gentleman that has 3 to 4 wives, but is faithful to the three of them. Which one do you think is going to help to mold a morally oppressed society? Okay? Now, polygamy is when a man can have 2, 3, 4 or more wives, while they are on the other side practice in the West, where he stay with one wife. Now, the polygamist guy is openly and societally and legally married to the 3 people. In the West, is not allowed. But I noticed something. Some argued from the husband that the guy that is married to just one wife has 2, 3 girlfriends. And the guy that is married to 3 wives is faithful to the 3 wives. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Sam. Welcome to Knowing with Sam. Which one do you think is a damage to the society, and which one do you think is better? Okay, that can help to mold a morally oppressed society. Okay, now here are some cases against the cheating guy. Okay, those guys that have 3 wives that are arguing that, look, I'd rather be with my 3 wives. First thing they said, those guys with one wife, it destroys trust when you cheat. Okay, and which leads to low morale, messes up the other person's self-trust. It leads to lies because they are cheating. And when you're cheating, emotional damage, health risk, family collapse, in most cases affects the children. Okay? That's their argument, that these guys in the West, they say they are with one wife and they don't want you to have more wives. But there's more divorce in the West than with those guys that have 3 wives. How true is this? Okay? Now, and they say, why? And I asked, why do you think polygamy is better? And they go, why? Well, it goes, there's honesty and transparency. The partners, everyone knows the agreement. Everyone knows what they are going into. So you know that due to my faith or my religion or my tradition, that I can marry 2 to 3 wives. So when you're going into it, you are aware that this is what I'm doing. Number 2, they said there's a support system. Okay? Extended family system. The wife A takes care of wife B's children, wife B's children takes care of wife C's children. Everybody works communally, and there's a combined effort that you don't get that within the Western society, whereby just a guy and his wife with just one child. There's a support system. I'm like, okay. And they said the third thing, financial responsibility. I'm like, how? They said financial responsibility because they build their wealth together. The man with 3 wives is bound to put his resources together. All the wives, imagine if wife A is doing so job, wife B is doing so job, wife C is doing so job, they all put their resources together. If they're getting a mortgage, you can imagine that they come together to take care of the children, all that. Okay? And that the fourth advantage is tradition and religion. Okay? That their tradition has made that acceptable. Okay? That if you look at the West, that there are more single women than it in the societies like Africa, Asia, where they practice 1 man, 3 women. So as a lady, do you think it helps to minimize or limit or reduce the number of single women out there by allowing one man to marry 2, 3, 4 wives? You think it's a good thing? Let's take religion out of it. No. Because in my culture, my grandfather is a Christian. He married about three, four wives. Okay. I'm with one, just in case you know. But the point I'm making is that do you think the advantages that these guys that practice polygamy gave is what the reason for? They say honesty and transparency, tradition and religion encourages it. That helps them. They've studied it. They looked at look. It helps build a better society. Okay, financial representation. Okay, that helps the children and everything mop up things well. And a man that is wealthy can decide to take more people as long as you can afford it. On the other hand, the guys in the West say, no, 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 there's a disadvantage. And some people that have been in it. I'm like, why? They say there is jealousy and rivalry. That no matter how the tradition, religion, or custom permits it, there is the wives. There's a lot of fights, even no matter how they pretend. And they are fighting for the attention of the man. They fight over resources and all that. Do you think that? Okay? The jealousy and rivalry is there. Modern conflict. Today's women in today's world, the values have changed. That even in the societies and tradition that is accepted, that the women are beginning to revolt against it. So if you're from that region where it used to be accepted or still practiced till now, is there a revolt by the women now going against it? I know some of us, our religion permitted that we can marry as much wife. Are the women finding it difficult? And if you're from the culture whereby you're from a multicultural marriage, multiple wives situation, let us know. Okay? Then the confusion of the children. That's what the Western people are arguing against polygamy. Rivalry amongst children. Okay? In the case of when the breadwinner dies, that there's always a fight over the property, or when the man becomes broke, he doesn't have money. So I'm asking you, if you're from a polygamous family, do you think you go on that journey anymore? And if you're from a single parent home, and if you're given a choice to have more wives, to marry your side chick or your girlfriend or whatever, do you think you're going to do that? Okay? Anyway, I'm going to just give a little bit of my conclusion, observation from what people are writing. I just think my balanced analysis is that cheating partner is a secret of betrayal, destroys trust, breaks family home, causes issues. Okay. On the other hand, polygamy is open but controversial. That's just what I'm going to say. It breeds jealousy, but one is based on discussion, and the other one is based on mutually agreed consent. Okay. So, in conclusion, from my perspective, I'm not here to condemn one or none because I'm not from either of them. So, I just want to ask, which one is worse to you? Is it cheating or polygamy? Which one would you rather have somebody do to you or be in, you as a girl? Okay. I'm just asking which one is worse. So, please leave a comment respectfully again. Do not live insult, do not disrespect people. And I'm asking again, would you rather be in a cheating situation as a man with one wife and three girlfriends, or you want to be faithful to your 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 wives, and so that you be faithful to them? Thank you. My name is Sam. Knowing me Sam, I just bring up topics that we engage ourselves, sometimes things that people don't want to say out. And this is like virtually, if you notice, the singleness of one wife is practiced in the West, while Africa, Asia, and some other countries practice polygamy. On a closing note, do you think faithfulness is more where they practice polygamy, or you think it's more where they do the single man with multiple girlfriends? Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Please leave your comment. I'd like to know what you think. Stay blessed. Bye.